Hi, and this is my year in review 2021. My mama passed away in January, on January 13th, at the age of 80. She was buried in Clarkson Cemetery in Clarkson, Texas, next to my grandparents. In February, I missed a week of work because of the snowstorm, which made driving and walking impossible. Not much happened in March and April other than working. In May, too. And then in June, I went with my family, my sister's family, that is. We went to Branson, Missouri. We left on Friday and came back on Monday. While we were there, we went to Dolly Parton's Stampede, Jerry Presley, Elvis Aloha from Hawaii. Jerry, by the way, is Elvis's cousin. And we also saw the show Clay Cooper's Country Express, and also the show The Amazing Pets. And we went to the Beyond the Lens, the Branson Aquarium, and the Titanic Museum attractions. And we ate Bob Evans. And then after we got back from Branson a few days later, I went over to Fredericksburg, Texas, where I visited the National Museum of the Pacific War. Then a few days after that, I went over to Waco, and I visited the Texas Ranger Hall of Fame and Museum. Then in the later on in the summer, I went and saw the Astros play the Seattle Mariners. They lost the game 6-3 in extra innings. A few days after that, I went over to Grand Prairie, Texas, and I went to the Ripley's Believe It or Not and the Palace of Wax Museum. And then in October, I went with my sister Pam over to the Texas Renaissance Festival, where there I got a mug, or a stein actually, which had my family crest and name on it. And I got some dip mixes. And then a few days later, I went back to Houston to Game 6 of the 2021 World Series between the Astros and the Atlanta Braves. The Braves won the game 7-0 to win the series 4-2. And before I came home, I stopped at the Houston Museum of Natural Science. And then I went home. Anyway, on Christmas, I got a Houston Oiler cap and a book published by Life magazine titled George Lucas and the Making of Star Wars. And I also spent Christmas Day with my sister and her family. Well, that's all for now. And I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.